All right, so you got your stimulus check last week. Where the hell are you putting it? In this video, I am going to go through just like the 411 on high yield savings account. I realized that last week a lot of people got their stimulus checks, and while some people are using that to pay off their debt and in other many ways, I thought if people are going to use it to save, you should be thinking about where exactly you're saving it. We'll go over the why and the what of a high yield savings account, as well as a step-by-step guide in how to open an account. Who else is guilty of transferring money from their savings account into their checking account whenever they're running low? I'm raising my hand because I was so guilty of this. Anytime my checking account was down to like 20 bucks, I would look at my savings account and I would be like, oh, okay, I got some room to move things around here. And because that little transfer process only took 30 seconds, I would literally have money in no time. So I would just keep on taking from my savings and putting into my checking so I can continue spending like it's nobody's business. Of course, this was no bueno because of a lot of different reasons. My savings account was never growing because I was always taking from it and borrowing from it and promising to pay it forward next paycheck. Didn't happen. And then also I was getting charged fees from my bank for either transferring too many times per month or not having enough in that savings account in general. I was like, this can't be the only way. I don't want to keep paying fees because I'm not keeping enough money here. And also, why are you charging me to transfer money from one of my accounts to another of my accounts? So that's when I realized I had other options, and I discovered the high yield savings account, which were actually paying significantly more than what my savings account at my brick and mortar bank was paying. So for instance, my savings account at my brick and mortar bank, where I keep my checking account, was giving me 0.01% return on my cash. And at first, I didn't even realize that. But then when I found out what the APY, the annual percentage yield on my high yield savings account was, which was over 1%, I was like, hold up. Some changes got to happen. Let's visualize what this actually looks like when you put cash into just a brick and mortar savings account and a high yield savings account. So for instance, in my case, if I had, was getting a 0.01% in my brick and mortar savings account and I had $1,000 over the course of 12 months, those $1,000 would have increased only to $1,010. So that's 10 cents growth in 12 months, which is nada, like absolutely nada. Es una vergüenza. It's literally a slap in your face. Whereas in a high yield savings account, in the one that I have right now at a 1.5% APY, this would be about $15 in those 12 months. So my 1,000 would be $1,015, which I'm not saying $15 is gonna get me like super wealthy, but I'd rather be getting $15 than 10 cents, right? So that's like a picture of what I'm talking about. It's a joke to keep your money in a brick and mortar savings account. Not only is it not smart to keep it in a brick and mortar account because you're not getting like great return on your money, but it's also easier for you to cheat on your goals, right? You're more likely to transfer because the transferring process is instantaneously. As I already mentioned, I would do this all the time and it would take 30 seconds. So you want to make it a little harder for yourself, especially if you're somebody who maybe has a hard time saving, to put it in an account that is going to be a little more difficult for you to reach. Not that you don't have access to, but it'll take more than just 30 seconds to get that money. So what is a high yield savings account? A high yield savings account is like any other deposit account, like your checking account, for instance, or just a saving account with your brick and mortar bank. But they offer better return on your money simply because online banks are saving in overhead costs that brick and mortar banks will have to pay for. So think about just like basic renting of a space. And maybe they don't even rent it, but they own it. So like real estate that brick and mortar banks have to pay for, people working at those different locations, electricity, like all of those bills are included in what you're paying and like what you can receive from the bank that you go to that's a brick and mortar. Whereas an online savings account, they don't have to have those same expenses. And like with your checking account, your high yield savings account is FDIC insured, meaning that your money is insured up to $250,000 through the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. So always double check that your high yield savings account is actually FDIC insured. And not only your savings account, all of your accounts where you store your money should be FDIC insured. A few things that are important to note is that keeping your money in a high yield savings account, as I already mentioned, it makes it a little harder for you to take out that money. Obviously, you still have access to it. You can still take it out, but you should give yourself up to like 3 days to expect the money, especially if it's a higher amount that you wish to withdraw. So for me, that's a huge plus because it's like, okay, I can't get this money in 30 seconds, but if I am going to get it in 3 days, it makes me think about whether or not what I am withdrawing the money for is an emergency or is something that I really need to be withdrawing my money for. All right, so now you understand what a high yield savings account is. You get why you should have one, but how do you actually even open one up? What are the steps? I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen on my computer and kind of give you a step-by-step in how you would do this. Okay, so one thing I recommend people to always do is to go on Google and just search for Nerd Wallet Best High Yield Savings Accounts. And let's see what the first one is. The first one is 9 Best Savings Account of April. I already looked at the first one. Let's see if this one is different. I tell people to go to NerdWallet because everybody has different things that they want from a savings account. And so what I use might not be something that you want to use. So check out what the options are, and then you make the decision as to which one is best for you. Okay, so we see here, it gives us a summary. So 9 best savings accounts of April 2020. And then it gives you the summary, the banks, the Nerd Wallet rating. Let's see what that means. Are determined by our editorial team. Okay. Takes into account multiple data points. All right, cool. And the APY is what you're getting, and like the annual percentage yield that you're going to be getting. So like the return on your money. So the highest one here we see is Varo savings account. Nerd Wallet rated it 5 out of 5, which sounds amazing. It's at 1.61%, 0 minimum balance. So they don't have, a minimum balance. And then here you can see the deposits are FDIC approved. And I believe all of these are too, because okay, so then we start seeing like, okay, 1.5, 1%, well, it's not high. 1.4, 1.5, 1.5 for Ally, Marcus by Goldman Sachs, 1.54. Okay, so you determine like which one is best for you. And if you want to read more about like what each one is, I suggest like you go into the read review and see if it's like best for your situation. So here, the pros, their cons. Okay, no way to deposit cash. Ford savings account. Ally charges $10 for every outbound transfer after the 6th month in a month. So you want to like do your investigative research. I'm going to go pretend I'm opening up an Ally account. So let's just see. Can we click into Ally? All right, so let's just see if we're able to enter the Ally account or Ally website through NerdWallet. We can. So we'll just go to Ally. I'm going to pretend that I don't already have it saved because you guessed it, that's the one I use. All right. Then we go to Ally and we're like, okay, we're here. Now what? Now you scroll down and you look at the different products that they offer. And you see online savings. Okay, explore online savings. You look. Okay, 1.5, good, okay. Read up on all of this stuff. Make sure that this is what you want. And then you want to open an account. So it says that you can open an account in less than 5 minutes. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so I'm not an existing Ally Bank member. If that's you, I am, but let's just pretend I'm not. Oh, and here, there's a disclaimer here. Have you placed a security freeze on your credit? So chances are you might have, especially after what happened last year with, I think it was TransUnion, one of those, and they had a data breach. So if you do have a freeze on your credit, make sure you unfreeze it for opening up a high yield savings account. You'll need to unfreeze it for opening up any account, but again, you'll get denied if you do have a freeze on your account. So I'm not an existing Ally Bank customer. Okay, what type of account are you opening up? Individual, if you're opening this up on your own, it gives you the option. Is it an online savings account, a money market account? You're gonna go with the online savings account. How much money do you wanna start it out with? You can just do like, I don't know, $10 to start or nothing because there is no minimum to open an account. Then you add this account. Okay, it gives you that review of what you're selecting. You go to next step and you fill out this question, yes. And you fill out all your personal information. I'm not gonna fill out mine because I'm already an Ally member and I don't need to open up another account. And once all of this is complete, you'd go to next and then you'd be in the submit application step. And so from there, you just go ahead and submit the application. And then you're able to deposit money. What it might do is it might have, just to confirm that your bank account that you're linking to the savings account is actually yours, it might give you like small amounts to test first before you make any bigger transfers. But that is the basics of really opening an account. It is going to be the same process at the other banks that we looked at. So you're going to have to know your basic information, like your social security number, the email address that you want to use, all of that important data, and then you're able to just like create it. It takes no time and it actually is going to be the best thing that you can do for your money. So, yep, that's pretty much how you open an online savings account, high yield savings account. It is super easy. They make it easy because they want you to open up an account with them. So don't procrastinate, do it today, get started. It's the best decision that I made and actually helps me keep my financial goals. So let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with a friend who needs to open a high yield savings account and like was just waiting for the steps to do it. And just look forward to my next videos. I'll see you next time. Bye.